What's good? Good morning. It would appear, to me at least, and to other people, that the social engineers have successfully elevated the division within the collective society, within each country's individual own collective society. Most countries in the world right now are going through some crap. It's different flavors of a similar division. Not all countries. Some countries are doing okay. Countries like Japan, we were talking about this at lunch the other day, because Japan's very picky about who they let live there. That's where I'll leave that. But anyways, okay, let's get on subject. In America, we are just like this close to some serious conflict. And it sucks, but I don't let it really bother me too much, because the title of this video, not a lot of us are actually going to the new earth, which is sad. And it's a sadness that a lot of us have faced or are currently facing. Specifically, my friend Steven from the BG cast, I know he's going to the new earth with us. He sent me a text yesterday just kind of venting about the division, and he knows I'm a good person to talk to about that because I see it too. And I love him. And I just told him, it sucks, but not a lot of people are coming with us on this mission. And when you finally accept that, it makes it a little bit easier to process the grief. It's a true grief, having to say goodbye to people. But once you process the grief, that gives way, the process of death and rebirth, that gives way for this new beginning that we are here to build. It was just funny, though, because the universe has been loud in the themes and the lessons lately. Because yesterday was when Steven messaged me, and we had that little back and forth. But then, later that evening, I was scrolling through Facebook, which, lesson, I just need to get off Facebook. I mainly use it for Marketplace now, but I fell for this trap. Somebody I had worked with 10 to 15 years ago posted a thing about Charlie Kirk and the assassination, and it was all how people are all up in arms by the way that some have celebrated his death, but they didn't care when Charlie was being racist and saying these racist things. And I was like, so I commented on the post. I was like, could you just share with me one thing racist that Charlie said? And the poster, they're not coming with us. And it's sad because I worked with this person. I want to be an ally to this person because they're gay, and I'm not anti-LGBTQ, but I hate the ideology. But anyways, I want to be an ally to this person, but they responded saying that they shouldn't have to provide a source or, show anything that racist that he said, and that he believes what he chooses to believe. And I was just like, I just got to walk away from this. And so I kind of did, but it's funny. Another person that worked with us, the original poster and myself, another person that I actually unfriended a while back because I didn't want them on my feed, he commented to my comment. He replied saying, "How disgusting for you to defend this white, cis, hetero." He literally said all of that woke jargon nonsense to defend this white, cis, heteronormative, Christian guy, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking to myself, I literally didn't defend him. I literally just asked for proof of something racist he apparently said. And so then the person who decided to chime in that I unfriended provided a link to a Snopes article Oh, because Snopes is just, yeah, I remember 20 years ago, people used to say Snopes is reliable, but, you know, when you start digging through who owns what and where allegiances lie, there's no true factual data on the internet anymore. Anyways, so the Snopes article lied. It literally lied. It said, Charlie Kirk says black women lack the brain processing power. But he didn't say that. I listened to the clip. He specifically named a few black women who lacked the brain processing power, which is very different than saying all black women. But that's propaganda. That's how they get you. That's how they manipulate you emotionally. And if you are not capable of being rational and assessing what you are being told in any critical capacity, you will fall for it. And if you are someone like that, you're not coming with us to the new earth. And it sucks to say, it sucks to feel, because in my heart, like deep under my ego, because I have an ego, we all have egos. I have one more story I'll wrap up with around my ego. But first, under it, there is a tremendous amount of love and compassion and a desire to want to bring everyone with us. Because it is so beautiful. The future is going to be so beautiful for those who are willing to do the work. And I want to share that with everyone. But the reality is, from a self-preservation standpoint, we have to be discerning in how we spend our energy and who we decide to try to bring with us. And if they don't want to come, that's like, you just shouldn't even waste your time with them. But some people might want to come, but might not be wanting to do the work. And that's another thing you need to look at, is people who are willing to do the work. So the final story now, because the themes, they've been strong, universe, I'm seeing them. Somebody commented on one of my recent YouTube videos. It was the fatherlessness behavior video. Go check it out if you already haven't. Liked, comment, subscribe. Check the description for merch. So they commented saying something along the lines of, you can go read their comment, crazy. I just watched another video of you saying that we shouldn't let the elites divide us, but here you are calling people on the left insufferable. Excuse me. Which, okay, I'm not denying I said that, but that's kind of insufferable behavior in itself, thus sort of proving my point. That is the most superficial critique you could have pulled from that video, where I specifically was trying to go to a nuanced and deep place to foster and enable a conversation that's just under the surface, but because it has been suppressed, has been creating these weird pressure points in our culture. You could have gone so much deeper than to just try and criticize me for calling someone insufferable, because I'm a human. I'm allowed to have human emotions. I don't think everyone is deserving of love and compassion and whatnot, but at the same time, their actions are also deserving of being judged. Okay, I got a little worked up. Thank you. I'm going to hold on. If you are so offended by being called insufferable, imagine being called racist or bigoted or transphobic or homophobic. Imagine the weight of those accusations that have been lobbed so just everywhere. It's consistent. There's a word, ubiquitous. It has been so ubiquitous that those words have been lobbed at anyone who questions anything on the left. I'm not a conservative, but I question things on the left, and I've been called all of those things and more. And a term like being called a racist, that has a moral implication to it. Whereas being called insufferable, that's more of a slight social implication to it, but it's not a big deal. Oh, that person's insufferable. Whatever. That's way different. It's way different. And I try to not call people the things that end in ists or bigots or whatnot. I try to grant space for people to grow, but at the same time, I don't think it's to call someone insufferable or a certain type of behavior insufferable. I don't think that should create more division. That should provoke a desire for introspection and reflection. If someone says you're insufferable, you should ask yourself, do I care about what that person's opinion? And if I do care about their opinion, I should maybe look at myself. But if you don't care about someone's opinion, just don't let their words bother you. To wrap all of this up, like that Facebook commenter guy that I had unfriended that was coming at me with the fake data and the disgust and calling names and whatnot, I stopped respecting him years ago. So it was pretty easy for me to just be like, you know what? I'm not even going to respond. I'm just going to block you and move on because he's not coming with us. And it sucks, but that's how we have to approach things. 11:11. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Much love.